Okay, so now we're looking at the side. So let's say I want a door over here coming into another room. So I know it's on this angle right here. And if you look at this shape, it is not a square like the back wall. It is actually a trapezoid. So anything that's going to be on this wall is going to be trapezoid shape. All right. So we know that doors and windows or doors actually go all the way to the floor. So we are going to add a door right about there, I think. And with the door, there have two vertical lines. So there's two lines that are going to go up. And then, of course, the top one. Well, this one, the bottom one here is horizontal. This bottom one is actually going to be at a slant. So that means my top one is going to be at a slant also, because this is a trapezoid. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a door, so two parallel lines. A lot of times I'll check it to the outside edge. If I have it like this, then I know it's not parallel, and I want it to kind of match up with what I see through my ruler. That's the reason why I like clear rulers, because you can see what's going on. So, all right, so I have my two parallel lines. And then I know that I need to have the top being at an angle. So how can I gauge that? Well, we have to have vanishing point. Remember that point that's right there in the middle? We aren't going to erase that. And let's say I want my door to be this tall right here. Okay, so I'm going to use this point and that point, and I'm going to draw a line. And it could go all the way there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stop before it gets too far past this horizontal or this vertical line. And you can kind of see that, oh, my line's a little short, so I'm going to go in here and fill that in and make it so it works. Okay, so I use that vanishing point to help reference where it's going to be. And then, of course, I can decide just to do what I did here and put a doorknob on it. Okay, so if I put a doorknob right there, then it's just like a normal doorknob. But if I want to make it look like maybe there's a hallway there or something like that, I need to have a parallel line to this line, because I want to show that this is the floor and this is the wall. So I'm going to drop in a line that is going to be parallel to this line right here. And I'm going to start right here in the corner. This is where the floor and the wall meet. And so this is where the wall and the floor will meet. So I'm going to continue that line just like that. And if I do it down here, I have to do it up above. So I'm going to take this line and do a parallel line to that bottom line. And you can kind of see there's the wall. And then, of course, I could add some details. Because this wall is straight, like this wall, I can just make things look normal on this wall. But anything that's on a diagonal wall, where it looks like a trapezoid, is going to change so that it looks like a trapezoid also. So if I was going to put windows here on this side, I would have, for instance, I would do two parallel lines going up and down. So they're going to be up and down. Let's say I'm going to put my window right in here somewhere. All right, and that's how big it's going to be. Then I'm going to use this point and connect that together. And I'm going to use this point and connect these two lines together. Now, again, what shape is that? It's a trapezoid because it's on the trapezoid side. Okay, now the cool thing about this is that I can make this into a window, a TV, a big TV, or a poster or something like that. I can easily add those kind of things to my project really easily. Okay, so you can think about what you want to have on your walls. Now, if I wanted to do a skylight or something like that, something on the ceiling, it's the same idea. I just do this and put it where I want it. So if I flip my paper over and I do two parallel lines, so let's do, since this is the way it's going, this is my ceiling, this is going to match up. And then let's see, I want to put a skylight right in here. All right, I overshoot my lines, and that's fine. Then what I'm going to use is, let's say I want my skylight to be about that big. And then I'm going to use this vanishing point connected to that, but I'm going to draw from this point to the other parallel line. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then, of course, erase out what I don't need. Now, to make this look like it's actually going into the sky, there is a trick to us. You could, because a lot of times skylights are built upward and in. There's like a little, I don't know, thickness of the roof kind of line right there. So I just do 2 straight up and down lines. And then using that vanishing point, I connect it. And now I don't see that point up here. So I wouldn't put that line on this side, but I would go up like that and then connect these 2 points together. So this point and this point come together. So this is now the point where I see, you know, maybe this is the sky, and I would draw maybe some birds or something like that if you wanted that. Or maybe it's a big light, or maybe it's a, you know, there's going to be a chandelier or something like that in there. You can decide what you want to have in that space. If I wanted to put a rug, again, just like this and like this, it is a trapezoid. So because this line is going straight across, I'm going to put 2 lines, however wide I want my rug to be. So I would go in here like this. Let's say I want a rug right about here, and a rug right, or I want it to kind of stop. Let's go right about here. I think that would be good. All right, so here's my 2 lines. I don't want it to go that far. So let's say I'm going to put a dot here, and I want my rug to stop right about there. So I have my 2 dots on that line, and I'm going to use my vanishing point again to line it up. So now I'm going from point to point and making that trapezoid shape, but using that vanishing point as a reference to kind of make sure I get it where I need it. Now, if you look, I have these lines that are a little bit past. Cool thing is you could leave those lines and they could be part of your rug. You just kind of go like this, and that will get you your rug. But notice, it is just a trapezoid, okay? And then you could put designs on this. So like maybe you want to put, you know, wavy lines or circles. But you're just going to put lines on there or design on there that you like, because it is your room. And you can have some fun with it. And then after you get that all done, you can add some more things. So plugins, light switches, you know, TV cords. You can make it look like there's a bookshelf underneath. Like if I make this a TV right here, usually I would do a picture frame around it. So I would just do parallel lines and then use my vanishing point like this and like this. All right, and then I could like make it look like there's a plug-in, and then of course I would have, if I'm going to do a plug-in, I'm going to do a little trapezoid here, because that's what they are. They're going to just be a trapezoid. And then of course make it look like it's plugged in. So there's my little plug. And then maybe I have like some other equipment, like a like maybe a Nintendo Switch, or a PS4 or PS5. I don't know how many PS5s there are, or if there are any. So you can just add those kind of things. You can make this into a fireplace. You can have all sorts of shelves with books on it. That would be my go-to. Of course, I love books. Art supplies. So you can make it look like there's books in there. You can make it look like there's CDs, or DVDs, or, you know, just other kind of things in there. So you can kind of, you know, make it look like a built-in really easily. You can make little squares in there so it looks like a PlayStation, and maybe you have some controllers on this page right there with some wires, or maybe they're wireless. And you can add those kind of things into your work. Now, we didn't put anything on this wall. So, of course, again, if you put anything on this wall, it's going to be a trapezoid shape. And you're going to use that vanishing point. You're going to make your parallel lines be this corner. So whatever you put on here, it's going to be a trapezoid. Okay? So that's how you add those kind of things.